in med school, we weren't trained on the difference between a synthetic hormone and a bioidentical natural hormone.
Mm.
And I really didn't know there was a difference between them when I graduated medical school. I think you and I talked about my history. I went to med school to be a family doctor. I wasn't holistically inclined, and I bought everything I was taught in medical school and in my residency, and I came out practicing conventional medicine as I was taught in med school. I never took a vitamin before then. I never thought differently, and I was in lockstep with what I was taught. Um, so when I started using natural hormones, word quickly spread. And remember, that was the 1990s,
Mm.
that there's a actual medical doctor who's willing to prescribe bioidentical hormones and natural hormones.
Yeah.
So I remember getting this call from this chiropractor saying, "Hey, do you prescribe progesterone?"
Mm.
And at that point, my first hormone that I did was natural thyroid hormone. But um, I said, "Yeah, I prescribe Provera." And she paused and she goes, "Well, that's not progesterone." And I said, that's what I learned in medical school.
Yeah.
And she said, "Well, it's not progesterone." And she referred me to a book. And
She schooled you.
I pulled some articles after that, and I realized I got to go back to school and I got to relearn this stuff. And I studied every hormone one at a time. And in that book, in the chapters of the book, I described the hormones one at a time, and
Hmm.
pretty much in order that's how I started prescribing them as I learned about them. And you know, I can tell you without a doubt that Provera is not progesterone. And, in the case of progesterone, which is produced in the ovaries and the adrenal glands, progesterone, when it gets released into the bloodstream, gets taken up by the cells of the body and binds to its progesterone receptor.
Hmm.
What happens at that point? A protein is formed, a chemical reaction occurs,